welcome back to How to Play It. I'm Kora.
And I'm Logan, and today you'll be learning the different types of cards of the Fluxx card games.
So, in our edition, we have Jumanji Fluxx.
So, it's going to be Jumanji type version.
Yes, all Jumanji-based cards.
Yep.
Make sure to check out our other video
on how to play
Jumanji Fluxx.
Okay, so
this is just a step-by-step review of what all the cards do.
Yep, so we have a few different types of new rules, actions, more rules, danger, goal cards, basic rules, meta rules, and keepers.
So we're going to go step by step through all of them. So let's start with this one over here.
So this one's called Get On With It, and it looks like this. It is anytime before your final turn, if you're not empty-handed, you may discard your entire hand and draw 3 cards.
Now this is an option, right?
Yes, this is optional, and yeah.
Okay, so that is an optional card at the end of your turn if you want to discard your whole deck and redraw. Now this one is move the coin. So this is a new rule that if you aren't playing with this, you now have to start playing with this coin, because if you forget to move the coin to the next person who is supposed to play on the next turn, then
one of your opponents at random, well, you pick up your cards and hold them out, and they take one and throw it in the discard pile.
So you have to discard one of your cards randomly.
Yep.
So make sure, don't forget about this coin right here. It's very important. Yes. And this is an instant effect. So as soon as you have this and it is played, it starts immediately.
So now this one is called recycling. Recycling is where once during your turn, you may discard one of your keepers and draw 3 extra cards. So basically it's saying, oh, this is a bad keeper. I don't want it anymore. It's not like I'm going to use it at all, which is debatable, smart or stupid. So you can put it in the discard pile, and then you can draw 3 cards.
Correct. Okay, so now this one is the Let's Keep Doing That card. So this card allows you to choose one discarded action from the discard pile, and let's say, for example, it was this one. Now this one is discard and draw. So now this card will be played on top of this card, and any player is allowed to, at any point in their turn, if they want to use another move, and they can discard and draw whatever the action allows you to. So, for example, this one is to discard your entire hand and then draw as many as needed.
Yep.
So that could be in play if you choose to.
Yep. So this one is called Goal Mill. This is similar to the keeper one, and it is once during your turn, you may discard as many goal cards as you choose in your hand. Then draw that many cards. So you're replacing your goal cards for a card in
right. So that means that the goals in your hand don't have to be played. They can be discarded.
Only if this rule's
correct. So now we have our action cards. So we selected a couple action cards out of the deck, and these are some possible cards you might draw. So first we have Jackpot. This one's pretty simple. You just draw 3 cards from the deck. Then we have Steal a Keeper. So take any keeper in front of another player and put it in front of you.
Yep, so you're just stealing a keeper. It's really simple.
Yep,
basically what it says.
And then it also says if no one has any keepers in play, then nothing happens. And then this one is Random Tax. So take a card randomly from any player, and you get to add it to your own hand. So those are some example actions, but there are a lot more that you'll figure out along the way.
Yep, so this type of new rule has different variations of it. And this one is hand limit. This means you can have a maximum
hand limit
capacity of 3 or 1 cards when these are in play.
So, for example, one of them said hand limit of 1. At the end of your turn, you can only have 1 card.
Yep, so if you can only play 1, then you have to discard down to that many.
Correct.
What the hand limit is.
So now we have the draw a certain number of cards. In the beginning of your turn, you need to draw 1 card and then play 1 card. But this allows you to play more than 1 card. Draw more than 1 card. So this one is draw 2, and this one is draw 5. So there's that.
So this one is the play this many cards. So this one is play 4. So on your turn, you have to play 4. And if you have less than 4, you play all of your cards.
Correct.
And then this one, you have to play all of your cards except for 1. So you play every single card you have in your hand except for 1. Even if this means playing a card that forces you to lose.
Right. And so far we have hand limit, draw, and play. And then now we have the keeper limit. So this restricts your number of keepers to 4.
Which doesn't sound that bad, but it can be really challenging sometimes.
As you progress through the game, you can gain more and more keepers, and you can only have 4. So you have to discard those keepers and put them in the discard pile.
So these are danger cards, as you may have noticed from the sides.
Yes.
They basically state that if you have a keeper, this one, and when you play it, if a player has man-eating vines, they are immediately eliminated. If someone has cake in play, that player is
extreme cake allergy.
Eliminated. Volcano erupts. This one's a little different. If no one has any keepers in play, insert this card into the middle of the draw pile. Otherwise, all players with 0 keepers in play are eliminated.
Correct.
This one, if anyone has albino rhinos,
so pretty much
they're immediately eliminated.
Pretty much you're trying to eliminate all your other players so you can win in the end.
Or you can try and get the goal cards, which is what...
Yes, so these goal cards are a version of what can let you win. So for example, we have this one. It is the jungle wildlife. So this one requires you to have the jungle and 2 animals. So if you have those, then you win. This one...
And they're played out in front of you.
Correct. Yes, the keeper cards must be played out in front of you to count to win the game. This one is expedition equipment. So this one is the backpack plus the map. So you need those. And then this one is the zoologist. Yep. So this one is mouse and plus any 2 animals. So there are tons of different variations of goal cards, but those are just some of them.
So there are basic rules, which say you can only draw 1 and play 1. So you're going to want to find that and set it out in front of you at the beginning of your turn in your game.
For every game.
And then there are meta rules, which look like this, and they're very distinct. They're meta rules. So this one says you have to. It's an additional requirement if you want to win. So
yes.
Say you meet all of your goal. So say you meet your goal. You have to say Jumanji and throw your hands up in the air and say Jumanji.
If you don't, then you don't technically win.
Yep. So Kora forgot to do that when we were playing that like 3 days ago or something.
Yeah.
She forgot to do that, and
I didn't win.
And we all forgot about this rule, so she didn't win. So,
and then
this one is called No More Lives. So if you have watched our other video on how to play Jumanji Fluxx, you will know that this means you cannot redraw yourself back in.
Correct. In Fluxx, you have the opportunity to redraw yourself in once you've been eliminated.
At any time.
Once this card is played, you can't do that.
Yep, so...
And the very last type of card in Jumanji Fluxx are keepers. So these keepers are special cards that are put in front of you that correlate with the goals. So the goal has certain types or different numbers of keepers. So, yep. So, for example, if you had Professor Oberon as one of your goals, then he is very important to that goal to help you win.
Yep.
So, can't forget,
yep.
He is an adventurer. So